When you're new, it's hard to tell if you're improving. Belts give people something tangible, something they can point to and say, I'm getting better. I started at this level, I'm now at this level. That is something they can easily measure. And from a business perspective, belts can also help with retention, motivation, program structure. So it's not a crazy idea. It solves real problems that Muay Thai has with growth in the West. But here's where it gets tricky. When you introduce belts into Muay Thai, you risk changing the focus of the art. Instead of asking, how do I improve my skill? People start asking, what do I need to do to get my next belt? Should Muay Thai have belts? Well, technically it does already, but those are championship belts, right? But this is a question that comes up all the time, especially from beginners. People walk into a Muay Thai gym and they ask, what belt do I start at? What belt am I? How do I rank up? When do I get my next level? Then they realize there are no belts, no stripes, no colored rankings, no clear ladder like you see in karate or Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So the question becomes, is that a good thing, or is Muay Thai missing the boat and missing something by not having a ranking system? So what do you cop? My name is Jonathan Pu'u. I'm the founder of Pu'u Muay Thai and the host of the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast. I've been involved in Muay Thai for close to 2 decades now as a student, fighter, coach, gym owner, and ring official. And this is one of those topics where you'll hear very strong opinions on both sides. Some people believe belts or ranks would help grow Muay Thai in the West. Others believe it would take away from what makes the art what it is. So today I want to break down both sides of the argument and give you my perspective on this as well. So historically, Muay Thai has never used a belt ranking system outside of the stadium championship belts that you see in Thailand, similar to boxing. In Thailand, your rank is shown through your skill, experience, your fights, your reputation, not through something you wear, right? Not like some cool shorts. If you want to walk into a gym in Thailand, nobody asks, what level are you? Are you a black belt? They can tell by watching you move. Go shadow box, jump rope, hit the bag, hit the pads, they can tell. And that's how Muay Thai has always operated. It's a performance-based art, not a certification-based one. Think about how Muay Thai started. It started on the battlefields of Thailand, all right? Now on the other side, there's a reason people ask about belts. Belts provide structure, progression, clear milestones, a sense of achievement, especially for beginners. When you're new, it's hard to tell if you're improving, right? We've talked about that here a lot on the podcast. Belts give people something tangible, something they can point to and say, I'm getting better. I started at this level, I'm now at this level. That is something they can easily measure, right? And from a business perspective, belts can also help with retention, motivation, program structure. So it's not a crazy idea. It solves real problems that Muay Thai has with growth in the West. But here's where it gets tricky. When you introduce belts into Muay Thai, you risk changing the focus of the art. Instead of asking, how do I improve my skill? People start asking, what do I need to do to get my next belt? And that shift matters because now progression becomes tied to testing, checklists, time requirements, instead of actual performance and development. And in combat sports, that can create a gap between perceived ability and real ability. So is there a middle ground on this? Some gyms and organizations have experimented with ranking systems, and some have found a way to do it without compromising the art as well. Not always belts though, but levels, shirts, or structured level classes or structured progression. There's some kind of progression ladder they go through. And when done correctly, these systems can help guide beginners, clear development paths, keep students engaged without pretending that rank equals fighting ability, because that's the key distinction, right? Structure is helpful, but artificial ranking can be misleading. Look at all of what they call like a McDojo or a black belt factory you see in karate, Taekwondo. I mean, people are arguing that's happening in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now as well. And this is something we've actually implemented at Pu'u Muay Thai though. But we did it very intentionally. We don't use belts. We don't use pregiats. We use a shirt level system. We're very upfront about what it represents as well for our students and what it doesn't. It's not a rank that says you're better than someone else. It's a tool. It represents things like your individual goals, your absorption of the curriculum, your time in the program. It also helps us operationally as coaches. If our coach looks out on the mat and see different shirt levels, we can quickly, pair students together on harder drills, structure drills better, manage classes more effectively, and it helps create a better training environment for everyone. Maybe there's a sticking point in the lesson that people are having a hard time grasping or newer students are. We can quickly look over and see Who are those more advanced students or who's been through this curriculum before that can help impart that knowledge on them as well. But just as important, it serves as a reminder, especially for our kids and our adult students, that we get to train Muay Thai. We don't have to train Muay Thai. We're not training out of necessity. We're not fighting to provide a roof over our head and for our families like many fighters do in Thailand and country in Isan. We're here to learn, grow, and challenge ourselves. So if the system supports the experience, that whole system of like a shirt system that we do, it doesn't break down. It's not an inauthentic system. It supports the whole experience, but it doesn't replace what Muay Thai actually is. We're very upfront about this, right? At the end of the day, Muay Thai answers one question. Can you do it? Can you maintain balance, control distance, defend yourself, execute techniques under pressure? That's your rank. That's why Muay Thai has historically resisted belts. Like, there's been a really big push now in the past, I would say 6 years. People started implementing these into their curriculum in the West, at least for kids. Because the art itself reveals your level. You don't need to wear it. But let's say this. You've been training Muay Thai for 10 years and someone says, well, my nephew has a black belt. How come you don't have your black belt? He's only been trained 2 years. He must not be that good. That was actually said to me about 10 years ago. All right. Personally, I don't think Muay Thai needs belts to be legitimate, but I do understand why structure is important, especially in the West. People want clarity in their goals, progression, feedback, and as a coach and gym owners, it's our job to provide that to them. But I believe that structure should support the art, not replace it. Muay Thai should be skill-based, performance-based, and rooted in real development, not just checking boxes for the next level. So should Muay Thai have belts? It depends on what you value. All right, that's the whole premise of this. There's two sides of the coin. There's some in between there. If you want clear structure and milestones, belts or levels can provide that. If you want the art to stay close to its roots and stay as close to those roots as possible, then maybe it doesn't need them. Either way, the goal should stay the same. Help people improve, stay consistent, and respect the art. That's going to be it for today's episode. I want to hear from you. Do you think Muay Thai should have belts or a level system, or should it stay the way it is? Championship belts only. Drop in the comments. Or you can immortalize your words by calling or texting the podcast hotline at 805-456-3316. You will drop a message on the podcast hotline and we'll play it here on the episode. And make sure you're subscribed to the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast for more conversations about training, culture, and the evolution of the art. Before you go, I want to mention we totally revamped our whole entire Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast website. Articles, insights, we took all 230 plus episodes, culled it for information, knowledge, interviews from some of the industry's best. Literally the industry's best. I've had Stamp Fairtex, Matt Lucas. I've had the fighters, the promoters, world championship promoters, coaches, ring officials, everybody on here. A lot of gym owners too. They're high-level coaches that have talked about their perception in Muay Thai and on specific things. How to improve. We culled all that together for you on our website, all for free. All right, go check it out at podcast.puumuaythai.com. Till then, I'll see you in the next episode. So what do you cop?